Okay, guys, I have a free gift for you, legitimately, no strings attached. If you bear with me here for a few seconds, I'm going to go over a live project here and a couple other data points. Again, I'm not going to censor anything out, I'm not going to blur anything. We'll go over a live project that I have going for a local client and a free gift, like I said, like I have for you. It's a foot in the door strategy to get referrals from local plumbers. And just for reference, I have everything up on my large external monitor. My camera's over here, just so you don't think I'm staring off into space like a weirdo. I'm a different kind of weirdo, but yeah. And this isn't going to be anything super new to you guys. I know you're already doing referral stuff with plumbers, and I know there's a love-hate relationship with that as far as that stuff goes. Again, this is a totally free gift on multiple levels, as you see as I go along here. No strings attached, nothing to sign up for. You don't even need to buy leads from me, though of course I'd love that. I'm not even going to ask for an email opt-in, nothing. It's nothing super fancy or earth-shattering. I know a lot of you guys are already doing with this sort of thing with the local plumbers in your area. There's a bit of a twist here, so hear me out. It's something I'm just starting to test myself to generate leads for the existing restoration guys that I work with. But it's not totally new. I have the proof of concept has been done in other industries before when I worked with them years back. The concept is sound, so that's why I'm sharing it with you guys now. If you want to run with it, I just got my notes up here. Gonna go over here quick. Yeah, just think about it this way, and we're gonna tie this into video marketing, of course. In the end, of course, there's a pitch. I'm a marketer. Of course, there's gonna be a pitch, but you'll find value here. Again, no strings attached. It's a valuable gift that I'm gonna give you here in 2 seconds. So think about, instead of being like every other restoration company in the area that's asking the local plumbers for leads or referrals or whatever you want to call them, what's going to get you to stand out, what's going to generate some goodwill, versus all the other companies that are just asking without giving anything in return. And here I'm going to put a link in the post here as well as below the video, depending on where you're watching this, whether it's in the group or on the YouTube channel. Videos. And I'll get into why before you tune out. Videos work great for lead gen, no matter what the industry is. People love video. I use video a lot to generate leads. They convert well. They pop in the search engines. We'll go over that here in a little bit. So before you tune out, again, I'll link to a Google Drive folder. That way, there's nothing, there's no shenanigans. Google filters everything and has antivirus and all that jazz. It's public. You don't need to sign in for anything. You don't need to. You can view them, download them if you want. Perfectly safe. Check them out. You'll see a folder here for the plumber-specific videos, which is the primary focus of this content here that I'm putting out tonight. But there is some other services, construction-related stuff, templates for different industries there, and I'll get into why they're there in a bit. You can check them out yourself. But back to the point. If you have your local plumber, they're just getting hammered with, depending on the size of your town, whether you're a small town or a large metro, you're going to have, a handful to dozens of restoration guys just hammering these plumbers, asking for leads. What's going to make you stand out? And again, why I'm giving you this gift, send them something. Send them something that has some actual freaking value, and they can take these templates and run with them themselves. Upload them to their YouTube channel, customize them, get some leads from them. It's just them getting that lead for a restoration job that they can't handle because, they're plumbers and it's something specific they can't do. So they need to send this. They want to either send it out of whatever goodwill relationship you have back and forth, swapping leads, or they just want to get paid for it, of course, too, depending on the situation. Who stands out? Oh, hey, Billy sent me those really nice videos out of the blue for free. Didn't ask for anything in return. That was pretty cool. Goodwill. That stands out. That goes a long way. In my experience, a long way. And if he actually applies a little work and uses them for his marketing, they'll actually generate some jobs for him, guaranteed, because they're designed really well. They're designed to convert. They do convert into calls and jobs. In full transparency here, my experience is that most people will simply not take action. I don't want to say it's human nature across the board, but unfortunately, a lot of people are just stuck in their ways and, quite frankly, lazy. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. So most of these plumbers will not do jack shit with those videos. The same goes for the other industries as well. The go-getters will, but they're not going to bother customizing them with their information, let alone uploading them to YouTube. That would be ideal. It's going to have more of an effect, but it's certainly not essential. The fact that you gave them something of value, genuine value, and they're valuable for free is a large part of the effect we're after here. So it's that foot in the door situation, get you to stand out. They'll think of you versus the other guys, send you that lead for the restoration work. Or if you're doing general plumbing work yourself, and I know it's so closely related, and some of you guys are doing, general plumbing as part of your overall business, use them yourself, run with it. They're, like I said, they're clean, crisp videos. They're designed really well to convert into calls. They work great. Customize them, put up your branded overlay, your phone number, your website over them, use them. Tack them up in your YouTube channel, set them out there, get some, optimize them right, whatever. Use them for your own business. Let's see. Not to go off on a tangent here, to be insulting, but I can't help but say you maybe somewhat ironically make more money by just doing the restoration specific work and dumping the general plumbing. I'll get into that a little later. You can argue that if you want. Anyway, it's a moot point at this point. But yeah, and if you do have your own plumbing company, don't ask me to market your plumbing, roofing, pressure washing, HVAC, general contracting, etc. company. I will respectfully say no. I'm a trillion% focused on the restoration industry. It's all I do. Lead gen for the restoration industry. I'll say no to that money because I'll make more money being 100% focused on generating leads for this industry. Full stop, period. That's it. Back to the videos. You'll notice that when you check them out, some of the videos will have multiple versions. One with background music and a professional voiceover script being read. The other version has no audio. That way you can record your own audio, either yourself on your computer microphone, or just hire somebody on Fiverr for $5 and have them read your script and overlay it yourself. So you have those options on a bunch of the videos. Some, not all. Let's see what else. And one thing I will mention, and this might make me sound like a bit of a dick, bear with me. Some of the videos have various mentions of things like discounts, free, coupons, etc. Do what you want. I didn't edit those out. I left them in their whole form as I bought them initially. I would suggest, what I do in general across the board, what I would suggest, edit that shit out. My reasoning for recommending that, to cut those chunks out in general, I actively and purposefully stay away. And I'm sure you guys can relate to this. Bear with me. Again, I don't want to come off like a cold-hearted son of a bitch or anything, but any sort of related terms like that, free, discount, coupon, even affordable, if you're promoting that and you're attracting those kind of people specifically, that's just the wrong kind of clientele. They're going to be broke, they're going to be hard up, they're going to be arguing about their bill, trying to skimp out on paying, all that stuff. They're just going to be riddled with problems. Again, it's not to sound cold. I really am the most compassionate, loving person you could ever want to meet. But business is business, money is money, and I'm not saying to not service those people when they come around. I'm saying don't actively, target those people. It sounds bad saying those people, but you get my point. Poor people who don't have their shit together, who are going to try and burn you on the bill or skimp on, whatever. They're just problems. Don't attract more problems than you need. You only have so much time in the day, so many resources in that day, like we all have. Focus on people that have some freaking money, who are going to be glad to pay you. No argument. Moving on. Just don't use those kind of words in your creatives, whether it's a Facebook or Google AdWords pay-per-click ad or, your landing pages or video campaigns or whatever. Just my opinion. Do what you want. One caveat and full disclosure for the videos. Again, it's a totally free gift legitimately. I already paid for the commercial rights. The only stipulation that I had when I bought them was that I cannot resell them. I cannot sell them at all. Which, I couldn't even if I wanted to, which I don't here. It's a free gift. Point being, do use them personally. Whether if you have a plumbing company or a related general contracting company where you'll see the related videos, use them for your own stuff. That's fine. That's what they're there for. Don't get cute and try to resell them to plumbers. For starters, it's against terms of service of the license that I bought. I can give them away. You guys can use them. We're all happy. Don't try to make that, those couple bucks, sell them to the plumbers or whoever. Don't break terms of service like that. End up getting your YouTube channel suspended for breaking terms of service if somebody ends up complaining and seeing it, which I doubt would ever technically happen, but still, it's wrong anyway. But, let's see. Let me find my notes here. Moving on. I'm going to try and wrap this up pretty quick, guys. Yeah, don't try to resell them to plumbers. It defeats the point of this foot in the door strategy. This is for the goodwill. This is to stand out from the crowd. Give them to them. Just give them to them. That's the whole point. Yeah, back to the videos. Why video? I am telling you from massive experience, legitimately. Videos convert very well. Videos will pop in the search engines, which is what we're going to go over here in a little bit with a real example. Yeah, they get clicks, they get calls. If you're not aware of it, Google owns YouTube. Google loves itself, just like we all do. So they tend to place YouTube videos very well in the search engines when people are searching for stuff. And again, you know, as we'll see in the listings, they really pop. They really do. They just stand out visually. People love video. Let's see, and we'll switch over here a little bit. Here, this is a live local project. It's a small local project. The primary keyword, not to get too geeky with the jargon and whatnot. Bloomsburg, you know, people are going to search for their geomodifier, which just geek speak for their town or city. Bloomsburg water damage restoration. That is the primary search term for this industry in this area. You have some ads. You know, most people have banner blindness, as they call it, or ad blindness. They're wary of ads they know they're paid for, and they see them spam. The vast majority of people will not and do not click on ads. They don't give a shit about ads. So, yeah, they put them up here on the top. Google always serves them. They want to make their money that way. That's great. They'll get a tiny percentage of the clicks and the calls. Doesn't matter. Most of the business here is the Google local My Business listings. This is my new listing here. Trackable phone number and the brand. It's a double listing which pops up sometimes in Google somehow. But again, same trackable phone number. And again, this is a secondary listing of ours as well. And we'll go over the specifics on that in a little bit. But just this is where the lion's share of the leads come from. It really is. Just period, full stop. That's why I do what I do and focus on what I do. And again, here, same trackable phone number, business, the branded account with an update we pushed through their account earlier. You can see how well it pops. This pops out in the listings. And again, the primary website here in the organic. This is just, you know, this is what we do and why we do what we do and how we do it. Multiple business listings, the GMB, and then videos that pop and show up in the primary website in the organic. Doesn't get any better than that. You will get, that's where the lion's share of the leads come from, period. And just for reference, something else we just targeted within the past couple of days, we're running a little case study too on it. Again, this is a live project. For example, I'm showing, I'm not going to censor anything out. Bloomsburg, commercial large loss restoration company. Large loss doesn't get a lot of volume in searches, but it does get some, and you don't need a lot of volume when it's the big bucks, and that's what we targeted specifically. Again, videos popped up. I pushed this through my primary channel for a test and to juice up the other account. Won't get into all that stuff and how that works. I'm not, you know, I'm not selling information or secrets. I'm selling end results. But yeah, you can see how they show up first. First of all, you've got that, and then you have the fact that it just pops visually. People want to click on that. They see the number. They can play through. You can play through this in the playlist here, or you know, click through in the search engine results and see how they come. I'll list that here in a second. Bear with me. And again, number one listing. Number one listing. No offense to any of you Serve Pro guys out there, but I've been taking your lunch across the board, different cities for years now. Not to sound unprofessional. God bless you. But yeah. Our listing, trackable phone number. We're a little further down, and sometimes the organic listings take a little while to catch up. But there's our primary website further down. But again, it doesn't really matter because that's going to get most of the clicks and calls. And then you have the video here too. And just to wrap up here quick, initially, I was just going to share the plumbing videos in that Google Drive folder, but I thought, you know, it's so directly related to the restoration industry, and some of these guys also have plumbing companies as a related side business or related business along with the main water mitt side of things. But I thought, these guys, a lot of these guys are doing the reconstruction and rebuilding afterwards too, and or just have their own separate roofing business. So I added some roofing templates in there too for you to use. Use them for your own business if you do that. You know, if you're just doing the fallout reconstruction or you have a full-fledged general contracting or roofing specific business, use them, you know, customize them, upload them. Same thing for the HVAC or the other industries in there. But my purpose and hope here isn't to encourage you to keep, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, but I don't want you to keep screwing around with these other industries in a way. It's certainly not to add to your workload if you're not already doing it. That's not why I put those videos up. I'd rather you use them to swap them for other related industries, get that foot in the door, get into that goodwill, get that, anchor in their mind to send you those leads, swap back and forth, get a referral fee, if that's part of it. But I would say just swap the leads, get it off your plate, get that goodwill, be done with it. Focus on restoration, focus on, do that deep dive, focus on that, put all your assets into better equipment, better training, better staff, serve that homeowner better, get that word of mouth going, make the big bucks with the focus and expansion with that. My opinion. I know I only started making real money when I started really focusing on the restoration industry of all things. I quit doing roofing marketing, and I certainly walked away from lawyer marketing years ago. That was a pain in the ass, but I digress. Let's see. Yeah, especially thinking about plumbers. Just send them the general plumbing jobs instead of servicing themselves. Again, don't get pissed at me. I can already hear your brain getting angry, thinking, oh, I can't leave money on the table. But it's just food for thought. Focus on one thing, invest in one thing. You'll make more money in that thing because of it. To quote the great and powerful Alex Hormozy, who I've been getting a lot of quality content and benefit from, I'd highly recommend him for anybody, for any sort of business and financial information. He's got a great podcast. But anyway, he says, it really sticks with me, the dividends are in the details. And I'll say something else related that I heard from him to drive home a point. And he might be paraphrasing himself from somebody else, I don't know. But he says, give away the secrets, sell the implementation. And I love that. We're not talking big secrets or anything like that. But I just went over how well video marketing works, why it works, how it pops in the search engines. They're not secrets. But how to do this, how to optimize everything, how to get everything to pop in the search engines, how to get your listing to pop in the search engines above the competition. That's the secret. That's what I've been doing for years and years and years and years and years, and why I can do what I do and how I do and why I do it and when I do it and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I am selling implementation, period, and only for restoration-specific companies, period. I'm not doing anything else anymore. I haven't for years. This is my only focus and why I'm good at what I do. Now I'm going to preemptively address what some of you might say. You're looking at Bloomsburg. You might say, oh, it doesn't matter. It's such a low population area that it doesn't matter. It does. Bear with me here. First off, I am not going to publicly showcase an active project for a large metro and risk getting those listings spammed. It happens. I learned that the hard way on multiple occasions, and I'll explain that here just so you get a frame of reference for it. The larger metros take a good chunk of my time and capital to set up, to maintain, and to grow. Those are private. I don't like those from anything else. I just don't need the problems from competition. You're not familiar with how shitty this industry can be with spammier people. People can spam sites with junk links and then report me to Google for something I didn't do. Get a listing suspended, and Google's so overwhelmed with complaints and all this stuff. It's hard to get a hold of anybody at Google, either on the phone or through a form submit or anything. So it just takes a long time. In the meantime, my sites can get down for no good reason, losing leads, which loses me money. So I'll stick to a small project. It just gets to be a mess. Somebody can start, like I said, spam my sites with links, cause problems with that, with rankings, or report me to Google, and then I have to sort that out. It takes time. There's downtime. I don't want to lose money doing that over that horse shit. So I keep the bigger projects private. I'm doing a small one because, I can recreate one of these from the ground up in a day if I have to. Worst case scenario, why wait? But, people can also spam my trackable phone numbers, which ends up screwing up my stats, my billing. Plus, it just annoys the shit out of the clients on the other side of that phone. So, just for a frame of reference, why I use smaller town examples for stuff like this versus larger metros. Let's see, where am I at here? Yeah, I can create new projects for small towns like this. If we're talking sub 50, 100K population, or even, especially smaller ones like this, 10 to 15,000 people population, I can set that back up. Takes very little time and money with my knowledge from years of doing it. The templates and SOPs that I have in place for restoration specifically, very little time and money. No big. I still don't want to lose it, but not a big deal. I'm willing to put it out here for reference as a real life example. And as far as population, you think, oh, there might not be enough volume to be worth it. Now, I'll have to put together some more call stats and call recordings and push that out in another video. But this is already getting kind of long in the tooth. I'll put that out another time and link it in the description. But think about it. Even tiny little podunk towns, and I live in one of those, so it's not an offensive term to me. Don't take it the wrong way. Maybe even call it a village or a borough, whatever. They all need restoration work at various times. You know, a house or a local factory gets gutted by a fire, or next to a river and they get flooded out, whatever. As far as these listings, something else to address the elephant in the room, to preemptively strike, so to speak, for people that are wondering, you know, my listings stick. They're set up properly. They're registered with Google according to their terms of service. Totally legitimate across the board. I do nothing spammy or black hat whatsoever. There's no churn and burn here. My stuff sticks. I have stuff that's been in place for years and years and years. Quite a few years. But yeah, my stuff solidifies at the top where it counts. It's there. It's done. Nobody will ever knock me off any of my listings. And like I said, they're totally above board, totally in line with Google's terms of service. Google loves me. Google loves what I do and how I do it. It's just that I understand how search engines work. Not to sound like a total nerd, but I admit I'm a search engine geek. I have been ever since I was a little kid, since before Google was even Google. So I've just been fascinated by them. I have a weird thing for being able to reverse engineer things and pattern recognition, especially when it comes to this stuff. So yeah. And I'm going to also link now. I'll put this in the post and the YouTube description, depending on where you're looking at it. Of course, here's the pitch. I'm a marketer. It comes back to giving away the secrets, all this shit. We're just going over here, the hows and the whys. Maybe not so much the hows, but the whys and the the positioning. And that's where the leads come from, etc. I'm going to link to a playlist that's full of restoration-specific templates. I gave away the plumbing videos, HVAC, roofing for you to use as we described above. This playlist will have the templates I use for active restoration marketing. I just customize them with a specific brand, trackable phone number, call to action, and syndicate those out, sometimes through my own channel, depending for testing, but just through their own separate branded account for the project, depending on the location and whatnot. So I'll link to that playlist. You can check those out. The videos are all, actually the templates are all towards the bottom of my main website on the homepage, which I'll link to as well, so check them out. I think that's what I wanted to go over here. Yeah, videos rock. It's not all about the videos, but they pop. They help boost the main site, the way they're set up. But it's all about that top listing and the local maps listing, which is why that's my primary focus. And videos are just nice because they pop visually. So yeah, give us a call, shoot me an email sometime, discuss your restoration company. I work 1,000,000% exclusive, so I only need one, sometimes 2 or 3 for larger metros for the overflow leads that one person can't handle. So see if we're working in your area yet, if we can take on a client where you're at, and I look forward to talking to you. Thanks.